Suratul Mutaffiffin. This and Suratul Inshiqaq, which comes later, they are a pair. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wailul lil Mutaffiffin. Woe to the mean defrauders. You know, if somebody is selling something and giving by measure, and he is not filling the measure to its full, so he's defrauding the purchaser. But how mean it is? How much can he gain through it? In the same way, somebody is, weighing something to give to his customer, and he gives a jerk to his hand, and he will gain something. But what? How much? Maybe a few grams in a kilogram. That's all. So actually, mean defrauding. Not a big fraud, not a very big gain, very small gain. This is tough Mutaffiffin, who are selling their faith for very, very, very small price. Wailul lil Mutaffiffin, woe to the mean defrauders. Alladhina idha iktalu ala an-nasi yastawfun, who when they take measure from the people, they take full. When they are taking something, someone else is measuring something for him, he takes full. وَإِذَا كَالُوهُمْ أَوْ وَزَنُوهُمْ, but when they measure for others or weigh for them, يُخْسِرُونَ, they diminish it. أَلَا يَظُنُّ أُولَٰئِكَ أَنَّهُمْ مَبْعُوثُونَ. Now this is to be pondered over carefully. This small action, but it shows something very big. It means he doesn't know or he doesn't believe that a day is to come when he will be resurrected and he will be questioned for each and every deed of his. The deed is very small, but what is this denoting is very big. أَلَا يَظُنُّ أُولَٰئِكَ أَنَّهُمْ مَبْعُوثُونَ. Don't they think that they shall be resurrected and raised up? لِيَوْمٍ عَظِيمٍ, on the might day. يَوْمَ يَقُومُ النَّاسُ لِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ, the day when the people will stand before their Lord, before the Lord of the worlds. The whole mankind will be standing for that accountability, for that reckoning. كَلَّا إِنَّ كِتَابَ الْفُجَّارِ لَفِي سِجِّينٍ. Verily the records of the miscreants will be in Sijjeen. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا سِجِّينَ. And what will make you realize what Sijjeen is? Kitabun Marqum, a register inscribed, written. وَيْلٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. Woe that day to the beliers. Now we have read this. وَيْلٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. It was repeated 10 times in Surah Al-Mursalat. وَيْلٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. Woe to those people who belied the messengers on that day. الَّذِينَ يُكَذِّبُونَ بِيَوْمِ الدِّينِ. Those who belie the coming of the day of judgment. They say no day of judgment is coming. وَمَا يُكَذِّبُ بِهِ إِلَّا كُلُّ مُعْتَدٍ أَثِيمٍ. And nobody belies the day of judgment except the one who is rebellious sinner. Only the rebellious and the sinner, he says that no day of judgment will be coming. إِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِ آيَاتُنَا قَالَ أَسَاطِيرُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. Whenever ayat are recited unto him, he says, oh, these are the fables of the ancient. Kalla, nay, bal rana ala qulubihim ma kanu yaksibun. Actually, what they have been earning has made their hearts rusting. There is rust on their hearts, and that is why they can't see, and they can't understand, and they can't see that these ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are haqq. Kalla innahum an rabbihim yawma idhin lamahjubun. ثم إنهم لصال الجحيم ثم يقال هذا الذي كنتم به تكذبون كلا إن كتاب الأبرار لفي عليين وما أدراك ما عليون كتاب مرقوم يشهده المقربون صدق الله العظيم. In Surah Mutaffiffin, Kitab al-Fujjar and Kitab al-Abrar, the record of the evildoers, miscreants, transgressors. For that we have read that it will be in the Sijjeen. Now this Sijjeen word is from Sijn, and Sijn means prison, jail. So sort of a jail or a prison. But what is the meaning of kitab? As far as I have understood, that the kitab here means the soul itself. Because whatsoever we earn in this life, it is imprinted on our souls. Now we can very easily understand, if a chip, computer chip contains a lot, a whole world in it. So actually, and this tape recorder, on the tape, everything is printed, not to be seen. So in our souls, everything is being printed. What we are doing, the imprints are on our souls. When these souls depart, when the angels have taken it away, now the souls of the righteous, pious people, virtuous people, they are taken to Ala Illiyin. Illiyin, a very high place. Illiyun, a people very high. And the souls of these people, evildoers, miscreants, oppressors, they are taken to the Sijjeen, to the prison. And on those souls, all the deeds that they have earned, bad or good, they are imprinted. This is my interpretation of this word. But now we were reading, إِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِ آيَاتُنَا قَالَ أَسَاطِيرُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. When to those people who belie the coming of the day of judgment, our revelations are recited, they say they are the fables of the ancients, old stories. Kalla, no. Bal rana ala qulubihim ma kanu yaksibun. On their hearts, there is a rust. Their hearts have rusted. Actually what happens, as I quoted before also, I remember, the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, when someone does something wrong, he's committed a sin, a black spot comes on the heart. Now if he repents and he now is doing good deeds, it is washed off. If not, if it is continuing sinning, these black dots go on adding up, till such time that the whole heart becomes black and it becomes closed like this. The Prophet, he closed his fist like this, it is closed. Now nothing good can enter it. No sermon, no wa'az, no admonition, no reminding can benefit this person, because this heart has become all black and it is closed. The same phenomenon is said here. Kalla bal rana ala qulubihim ma kanu yaksibun. What they had been earning, the deeds, the bad deeds, they have caused a rust on their hearts. So due to this rust, these realities of this universe, they are not reflected. Otherwise, if the heart is clear, all these realities of the universe, which, Iman discusses, this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the coming of the day of judgment, etc., etc. These things are reflected in the hearts of the people when the ayat are recited to them. Kalla innahum an rabbihim yawma idhin lamahjubun. No. But these people will be, on the day of judgment, they will be veiled from their Lord. They will not be able to see their Lord. What does it mean? The believers will be able to see their Lord on the day of judgment. When Allah comes, we shall be reading Surah Al-Fajr. وَجَاءَ رَبُّكَ وَالْمَلَكُ صَفًّا صَفًّا. Well, that ground, where all the mankind will be assembled, then there Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will descend, and all angels will come. And there, the final decisions will be declared. But in that ground also, the believers will have the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that they will be looking to Him. Ila rabbiha nazira. In Surah Al-Qiyamah also, ila rabbiha nazira. They will be looking towards their Lord. And here the reverse. These people, evildoers, they will be wheeled off, and they will not be able to see their Lord. Summa innahum lasalul jahim. And then they have to enter the hellfire. Summa yuqal. And then it will be said to them, Hadha alladhi kuntum bihi tukazzibun. This is that thing which you had been belying. No Jahannam, nothing of the sort, no judgment, no resurrection. Kalla. Now, the reverse, converse. Inna kitab al-abrari lafi illiyin. The record of the pious people will be in the illiyun. Illiyun, the very high, some place very near. Because we know that in Surah Al-Najm, that Jannatul Mawa is close to that Sidratul Muntaha. And maybe this Illiyun is also a place very close to it. So the souls of those people, the friends of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who believed in Him, and they obeyed Him during His lifetime, their lifetimes, they will be kept very close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, fi Illiyun. وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا إِلِّيُّونَ كِتَابٌ مَرْقُومٌ. What do you realize? What is that Illiyun? That's also registered, inscribed. يَشْهَدُهُ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. And the closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala witness that. يَشْهَدُهُ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. And the closest to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala witness that. That Illiyun, the closest angels, who are very near to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are there close by. يَشْهَدُهُ الْمُقَرَّبُونَ إِنَّ الْأَبْرَارَ لَفِي نَعِيمٍ. Verily, the pious shall be in the bliss. عَلَى الْأَرَائِكِ يَنْظُرُونَ. They will be on the couches and seeing, looking on. تَعْرِفُ فِي وُجُوهِهِمْ نَظْرَةَ النَّعِيمِ. You will be able to see in their faces the freshness and radiance of bliss. يُسْقَوْنَ مِنْ رَحِيقٍ مَخْتُومٍ. And they will be given to drink a pure wine, sealed. Khitabuhu bisk, its seal will be from musk. وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. And for this thing, let these strivers strive and compete with one another. You are competing with each other in this world for more and more wealth, more and more progress in this world. There is a race going on. You are competing. But you should compete to get this reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Compete with each other. Go further and further in righteousness and in charities and good deeds and the service of the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and its propagation of its dawah and to struggle to establish the deen of Allah. وَمِزَاجُهُ مِن تَسْنِيمٍ. The wine that they will be given, its admixture will be from the water of tasneem. And what is tasneem? عَيْنًا يَشْرَبُ بِهَا الْمُقَرَّبُونَ. A fountain by which the closest of the Allah, the people, the mankind who will be the closest to Allah, they will drink. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ أَجْرَمُوا كَانُوا مِنَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا يَضْحَكُونَ. Now coming to the worldly life. Verily those who were guilty, they used to laugh at those who believed. Abu Jahl and Walid bin Mughira and Uqba ibn Abi Mu'ayyad, they used to laugh at Muslims. What has happened to them? They've gone crazy. Who are they? These, slaves, etc., laborers. They have gathered around Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They used to laugh at them. وَإِذَا مَرُّوا بِهِمْ يَتَغَامَزُونَ. And when they passed by them, they used to wink to each other. These are the people who have gone crazy. So they wink to each other. وَإِذَا انْقَلَبُوا إِلَىٰ أَهْلِهِمُ انْقَلَبُوا فَكِهِينَ. And when they returned to their families, they returned jesting, joking. وَإِذَا رَأَوْهُمْ قَالُوا إِنَّ هَؤُلَاءِ لَضَالُّونَ. And when they used to see these believers, they would say, these people have gone astray. They have gone crazy. They have, lost sight of their profits and losses. وَمَا أُرْسِلُوا عَلَيْهِمْ حَافِظِينَ. Although they were not sent as guardians over them. فَالْيَوْمَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنَ الْكُفَّارِ يَضْحَكُونَ. So this day, today, on the day of resurrection, those who had believed, now they are laughing on the disbelievers. عَلَى الْأَرَائِكَ يَنْظُرُونَ. And they are sitting and reclining on the couches and looking on. هَلْ سُوَّبَ الْكُفَّارُ مَا كَانُوا يَفْعَلُونَ. Have not the disbelievers been rewarded fully for what they used to do? They were laughing on the believers in that world. Here now they are being laughed at by those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the past life.
Oh, He's never far away. Put your trust in Him. Raise your hands and pray. Ooh, ya Allah, guide my steps, don't let me go astray. You're the only one who can show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Inshallah, inshallah, inshallah.